Okay, what's up guys? So if you're wondering why I'm on this guy's page, go follow him because he has some decent pictures, but his page is FHK_figure. He inspired this video. My man Sayura sent this post to me and it was like new kid Gohan, and I immediately got upset because I was like, no, I want an upgraded Gohan. I don't want that Gohan, even though that Gohan isn't bad at all. I was being spoiled. But it inspired this video because I was like, damn, like, how do we know? Who do we know? How do we know who's going to get an upgrade in terms of, you know, a new body mold and articulation versus who's not? And what I came up with a theory. And first of all, first part of this theory, let's get into that. First part of this theory is that I had to understand is that Tamashii is not ready to phase the 2.0 body out just yet. In fact, I theorize that they won't completely phase it out until we have a 4.0 body, whenever that may be. But so what I was gonna say is this: the way you can tell who's gonna get an upgrade or not. And there are some caveats to this, which we'll get to in a little bit. The way you can tell is by looking at who only had a 1.0 version to the figure. So using 1.0 tech. And as you can see on the screen, we got Future Trunks. He only had 1.0 tech on him, right? And what did he get? He got an upgrade to the 3.0 because there was no way they could just re-release this figure and fans be happy with that, right? So who else only has 1.0 tech? There we go, Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan. He's another character that only has 1.0 tech. Now the other Gohan, if you paid attention, had 2.0 tech, but this particular Gohan only has 1.0 tech. So when they re-release this particular Gohan, or when they drop another Super Saiyan 2 Gohan with his gi not all torn up, he will definitely have whatever most updated body is available. And another character that will follow this mold, I think, is Perfect Cell. Also will follow this mold. He's another character that only has 1.0 tech, and yet another character that they could not get away with just giving us a 1.0 mold again, and like people being happy about that. He will have the upgraded tech and articulation and sculpt work. Now the caveat to this is coming up next. This is a caveat to the rule that I just established, or the pattern that I noticed personally. And the reason why there is a caveat is because, you know, recently they re-released this figure. He was an SDCC exclusive for 2022 and he had a nice repaint and whatnot, but he was still using 1.0 tech. Like, what's up with that? You would think that this figure would have gotten a 3.0 upgrade, right? Well, yes and no. Yes, because he is on 1.0 tech, but no, because the difference between a character like this and, let's say, Future Trunks is that Future Trunks is a lot more popular, way more popular than Android 16. And there was no way that people could just would just let them get away with re-releasing a 1.0 Future Trunks. It would people would go crazy if they did that. A character like Android 16, who's a lot less popular, they can get away with it, especially if they do a nice paint job. And the sculpt work is not even all that bad. I think his arms look a bit long, but, or maybe his shoulders sit a bit low. But other than that, that's the tail of that tape. Now, another character who's a caveat is this guy right here. Good old Frieza. Specifically final form. Well, you know what I mean by final form. This guy is an enigma. I can't come up with a reason why they haven't updated his sculpt work and, you know, articulation. One could probably argue that maybe he doesn't need it, but I would argue this. When was it? During November, they had the Tokyo show, and they did a live stream after the Tokyo show was over, for Dragon Ball figures, and one of y'all could correct me if I'm wrong if it wasn't the Tokyo show. But either way, they hinted at Mecha Frieza. But if it's gonna be a brand new Frieza figure and it's Mecha Frieza, then it stands to reason that they definitely could have upgraded this Frieza. Now, of course, they're gonna be using different sculpt work, that goes without saying, but in general, they could use whatever tech in terms of like leg articulation and sculpt work and apply it to this Frieza right here. I don't know why they haven't upgraded it. It doesn't make any sense to me, especially when we went through the whole Frieza saga. You would have thought that the main villain would have gotten some updated sculpt work and articulation, but be that as it may, that's just how it came out. Now, as far as everything else, I think I covered everything. Hold on. Okay, so using the reasoning that I've been using in this video, we can tell who's not going to get an upgrade, and it's the guy that you see on the screen right here. This Future Trunks, I don't think is going to get an upgrade like to a 3.0 body. Why? Because he was already on a 2.0 body and I'm not really ready to phase that body mold out just yet. Also, an example of that is the Super Saiyan Vegeta that's coming out in April. It's clear that they're not ready to phase the body out just yet. So this character, since he's not on a 1.0, will probably get a repaint of him. Maybe some updated, a little bit slight adjustments to the tooling so the articulation works better, but that's about it. That's about all I expect. So if you were looking for a 3.0 from this guy, your best bet is when he becomes Grade 3 Super Saiyan Trunks. That will definitely probably be on a 3.0 body or some type of 3.0 tech. Also, I wanted to mention one more thing of why I think, I guess I was gonna include the Dragon Ball FighterZ roster theory that my man Figuarts came up with, but I'm not sure it fits the video anymore. But I'll tell you guys anyway. Basically, my man Figuarts believes that the Dragon Ball fighters, that Tamashii is looking to complete all the characters, or at least make all the characters on the Dragon Ball FighterZ roster into figures. And as you can see, we've had at least, I'm not gonna say half, I don't know how many, but a lot of them have been made into figures already. And we have Future Trunks here, and the reason why I have Future Trunks on the screen with this theory is because I remember when he was first revealed, there was a little bit of controversy of him not being quite accurate to the manga. And one thing, just using my man Figuarts' theory, one thing I figured is that maybe the artwork reference wasn't the manga artwork. Because to be honest, there was certain things like his boots, for example, they weren't exactly like the manga. I'll show a picture. But you know who he did look like? He looked very closely to the Dragon Ball FighterZ model. So take that. I'm not saying that it's guaranteed that it's that, but I'm gonna say make of that what you will. Especially with, for example, characters like Gohan and Cell on the horizon. I would personally expect those figures to resemble like those fighters models. Now, of course, they'll probably pull from all different references to make the figures, but that's just some food for thought. You know, I think everything else that hasn't been made for the Cell Saga / or Android Saga will be all new tech, all new sculpts, like Yardrat Goku, Mecha Frieza, Super Saiyan Grade 3 Trunks, Super Saiyan Grade 2 Vegeta, what else? Second Form Cell, Battle Armor Goku and Gohan, things of that nature. But with all that being said, I think I covered pretty much everything. Another character with a 1.0 that got an upgrade was Ultimate Gohan, but the only thing about him is, like, he had a 1.0, but when he got a 3.0, it was a different outfit, but it was still Ultimate Gohan. So, you know, there's that. But with all that being said, I'm pretty sure I covered everything at this point. Thank you for staying to watch to the end if you did. And have a blessed day.